Hey, Rudy, welcome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game today too. It ought to be a lot of fun. I like clearing the dark castle here. Yeah, everything's going okay. It's a busy weekend. Got football as soon as this live stream ends, really. So yeah, everything's going okay. I hope everything's going good with you. Welcome everyone to today's live stream, episode number 6 of our Solasta Crown of the Magister gameplay series. I'm Commander Jarval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So nothing new on admin notes other than the standard things. Be on the lookout for the new live stream that's going to be starting up. I've talked about it enough. So on our recap, at the end of last week's episode, we had cleared out the exterior environs of the Dark Castle. And we have a slog in front of us today to clear out the interior of the castle. We've got a lot of combat to deal with. We have some puzzles that we're going to have to work through, and I don't know if we'll get through it today or not. We'll actually see. But let's go ahead and jump in, and we'll take a look at kind of where we're at here. Okay, so here's where we left off last time. Let's take a look at our quest journal, and it says find another way in. I mentioned this last time that your quest can get locked here on find another way in. You need to do whatever you can to progress this quest, to search the courtyard for another way into the keep. There are multiple ways to get into the basement / laboratory here, and not all of them seem to trigger this objective. So if it doesn't, we're going to kind of explore that a little bit and how to deal with it. We picked up all of Angby's bones. The last set of bones was here in the courtyard, and Merton's Secrets is going to be here for a while. So today, let's try and find another way in. And we've already identified some of them. Okay. So we have some locations that we can get into the keep with, and the ones that were mentioned, or ones that were that was specifically mentioned, was this one here. But like I say, any of these three are going to go to the same location here. So let's just go click on one. And we're going to watch and see if the quest advances or not. Hey, Ostamura, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so it did. Okay. This one here, the one that's in the northwest corner, tends to work every time. All right. So we have found an underground passage. We entered the keep. We need to explore the laboratory and look for the master. It's going to progress a bunch of different things here. Now, if you do not get the quest to progress, make your way down here. Okay, just click down here and then click back up. Most of the time, that's going to advance the quest. If it doesn't, click on the door, it will take you back outside, and then enter again, and as soon as you enter, it'll more than likely advance the quest. Okay, so do whatever you can, though, to make sure that gets advanced, because if you don't, this quest will break, and you will not be able to complete it. You will have to reload a save game and go through all of it again. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we've got a couple of different ways that we can move around here. We do have a bookcase that we can search. Okay, so we're going to have a recipe, we're going to have a scroll. And we have a book over here. We'll click on it. And that's going to open up this passageway here. Okay, now I'm gonna move up here with my monk. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna take a short rest. Oh, it's not set. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because we're about to get into some combat here. So, I'm going to take Rudi and Am and put them here. Sharon and my bard can stay up here. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to start this off with M. So you can see that we have a zombie up here. So let's just go ahead and get it started. Okay, so we passed our stealth check. Let's get another attack here. Finish that one off. And whenever you kill an enemy with your attack, when you're in stealth, you don't have to pass a stealth check. Okay, so now I'm going to move back here, and I'm going to see where the zombies go. I'm going to see what they're tracking after, because I'm not perceived yet. Okay, I'm going to ready a melee attack here. I'm going to ready a cantrip. Okay, and I kept my stealth because of the extreme range on that. I'm going to ready another cantrip attack here. Okay, so we'll just wait for them to advance here. And he's not going to advance. See, some of them will go toward the last position of where you were. Some others won't. They'll just hang back. So I'm going to... What are we at here? I'm going to come out of stealth. And finish this guy off.
Perhaps if you try to be loud instead.
Oh, okay. A nat 1 followed up by a nat 20. Okay, and now I'm gonna come back around the corner here. I'm gonna ready up a melee attack with Rudi, and we will go in here. Okay, so I can't. So let's ready up that Eldritch Blast. I should ready that action. There you go. Okay, so this is a fairly easy encounter, so I'm not going to cast Malediction. Okay, so he's dashing. He's not. Ugh. Rolled a 17. Okay, so let's see what we have here.
Well done.
Oh, we rolled high. Well done.
Good kill.
Perfect. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to kill him. Unless I crit. Okay. So we're going to end her turn, and Sharon is going to cast... Guidance on M. She's not going to be able to. One thing I need that she gets, and it's infinite. So this is going to get her flying all of the time. Okay, and I'm just going to end my turns.
Get us all killed.
Not too worried about him being able to hit me. Because I do want to cast Guidance on M. And then I'll just move up out of the way. Okay, and now I can finish him off.
You didn't get me.
Okay, so he rolled successfully. So increased the zombie awareness. Okay, so Rudi, I believe, has bolts. Okay, you can try and pick your way through the door here, but you don't need to. If you don't have somebody who can lockpick it, that's what the book over here is for, is to unlock this. Okay, so we have a couple things up here we can search. Okay, so a heartstone. More zombie loot. Okay, we're gonna drop a quick save here for M on the door. Okay, passed it. Okay, and we have a Lizzaria's journal, an encrypted spell book that the Circle of Danatar wants. So let's go read that journal. Okay, we don't know who Lizzaria is, but what she's talking about here is that she's been trying to get up to see someone named Mardracht. But someone named Aksha has been preventing her from getting up there. And she has been sending attacks against Aksha to try and remove her from that spot so that she can get up there, because she thinks that Mardracht is under Aksha's influence right now. So there's kind of an internal struggle going on, it seems. Here inside the castle. Okay, is it safe to take? Yes, I'm going to take my short rest here. Need to get my key points back. Don't have anything I need to attune, right? No. Okay, so for here... and we have another door here. I'm going to take my bard here and Sharon here.
I know kids who do that faster.
Rudi's going to go here. The M is going to come up next to the door. And again, quick save. And everybody is going to go into cautious mode. Okay, and once you go in here, you're going to now find people patrolling. There's Dark Apprentice, a zombie. There's another one up here, I believe. Yep, there he is. So let's go ahead and start this off. M rolled horribly, but thank goodness he's first. They managed to keep stealth. See if we can roll high. Perfect. Nice. Okay, Sharon, we're gonna ready a cantrip my bard as well. And we're going to ready a melee attack. Okay, so let's move back out here and start round 2. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit him where he's at. Yeah, I can't get the Dark Apprentice from there. Oh, I can here. Perfect. Oh, rolled low.
Clumsy idiot.
And I failed my stealth check. Okay, ready our cantrips. And this is gonna hurt.
Did we not say silent?
Okay, I'm gonna move here and just ready a melee attack. Sharon's gonna fly down. Because again, fly is so nice. Cast guidance. I don't think I can see him. I can't. Good. So I can ready that. I can ready that.
Of course you've been detected.
I'm not gonna smite here. These enemies are really easy. And looks like he succeeded again. Okay, so we got a silver comb. It's just a valuable item. Daggers. Nothing really special. Okay, and you're going to find some books in here that you can read over. Okay, nothing but some titles and that sort of stuff. But you can see most of this is all about necromancy. Couple more daggers. Okay, some crafting ingredients and some remarkable arrows. So we will cast a ritual spell on these. Should be arrows +1. And I'm going to move those to M. And we're going to save those. Okay, now up here there are 2 beds. One of them is your long rest. The other one you can search. Don't forget to search it. Hey, and welcome. Sorry I missed you while I was going through all of that. Good to see you again. So yeah, just another valuable item. is almost encumbered. So now here, we're going to put Sharon here, my bard here. Rudy's gonna move here. Let's see if we can loot this or not. So the unidentified potion. Okay, and there's a love poem that we picked up. It is just a poem from somebody named Ragni Hammerpen. Nothing that you can do with this that I'm aware of. Yeah, and out of range. Okay. So now we're going to put everybody in cautious mode. Oh, you stay there. Okay, and I'm going to drop a save. This room here... There is a mini-boss, quote-unquote, encounter in here, but the encounter tends to be broken up into two different ones. And it can get a little buggy depending upon how you play this. So save before you go into this encounter so that you can see if it's going to trigger like it should or not. If it doesn't, you can actually skip this encounter this way, but you're going to miss out on some of Lizzaria's loot. So you want to make sure that she spawns and that you get to have this fight here. Okay, now we're going to go in here slowly because I think there's a Dark Apprentice up there. Hey Dave, welcome. Good to see ya. Thanks for being here again, I appreciate it. Okay, now we're gonna move back around the corner. We passed our stealth checks. Okay, because this area down here is the laboratory, and this is where Lizzaria is going to spawn, but we're getting enemies down here that are spawning without her being here. So that's kind of why this thing can be a little glitched. Sometimes her cohort of allies can spawn early, and then when you walk in here, she may or may not spawn. So that's kind of what we're watching. The other Dark Apprentice should be up toward the back. There he is. He stopped in a bad spot. This one should make it around. Yep. Okay, so Sharon killed him, so she's still in stealth. Oh, I can hit him. I didn't think I'd be able to hit him, but evidently I'm the best marksman in the world and I can shoot through... I can shoot through the holes in that thing. That was a high roll.
No.
And I failed my stealth check. But then now they're going to know where I am. Okay, that worked out well. Can she see him? Can't. So he might be able to see my bard. We won't smite here. So he might be able to get off a sacred flame. Okay, so we didn't. So what do we have here? Get flurry of blows up.
No quarter given.
One more time. Oh, he's got one hit point left. And we finished that one. And monk OP.
Formidable.
I'm gonna move Rudi over here. Just to be able to tank this. Get some
Lucky?
damage on him.
Perhaps.
Okay, so we'll move M back here. To get the guidance. And let's see if Rudi can end this. Perfect. And here's the second one.
Who are you? What do you want?
Okay, now there are multiple ways to play this out. The insight check just gives you a better charisma check. You get advantage on it. You can make a deal with her, and I think you're going to get 800 XP out of it if you make a deal with her. You can exploit the whole animosity between her and Aksha to bypass this. We're not going to. We're going to have this fight. I think you get 875 experience for having this fight. So we're gonna, and we get some loot off of her. So we're just gonna go straight into the fight here.
There's nowhere in the world where necromancy isn't a crime.
We rolled really well on initiative. One zombie got in before us, but that's it. So we're doing really well here. So Lizzaria of Grimhold, obviously the one to focus on with her 50 hit points. So I can't remember if she's immune to necrotic. Let's just Divine Smite. We'll level 2 this.
Viribe.
Okay, and she's now sapped, so it's not going to matter. She's going to want to cast a spell here in a second. let's get elevated here. Because I believe the Dark Apprentices are back here, yes. And you can see this is the same locations. They've just respawned again. It's the same locations where all the zombies and Dark Apprentices were. They just are now back here. I think this game was originally coded wrong. I think all of these enemies should have been green. And then you're able to walk in here and talk and spawn Lizzaria and then choose whether everybody goes hostile or not. But either way, we're going to take advantage of it. So here we're definitely going to cast Malediction.
Solasta and
Because I want to see if I can get rid of her. Outstanding. And I'm going to get up here. This one's got a dash to get to me. See if we can get him. We can.
Palpable hit.
Okay, and now M is going to throw down his darkness. Aw. Who did he... He cast Fog Cloud too? Okay. Nice. Okay, so who got hit there? Rudi did. Okay, so there was that. Oh, okay. So he rolled a 13. Yeah, Acid Arrow is an intelligence check. It's not a an attack roll. Okay, so let's focus on getting this one in the back gone. I don't want to be flanked. Let's use my free spell slot. This is something else that has changed in the Unfinished Business mod. The 2024 rule set allows a paladin one free usage of Divine Smite every long rest. I think every long rest. So I'm going to use my free one here.
Viribe. Death claims you.
And let's start working on these other zombies here.
Solasta Eagle.
Il like it?
Perfect.
Arcana Evo. Alvis.
Oh, rolled low on everything.
You'll die like the rest.
There's acid arrow again.
Ah. You have them now.
Should get me a kill. Nope. Get rid of him at least.
Solasta Evo. Attack blow.
Okay, and we're going to retarget here. We'll use a slashing flourish. There's two right next to each other.
Hard for this.
Okay, and then we're going to use my monk OP. This movement speed. Done.
You like that?
Now, I'm going to wait on this. Oh, okay. He had disadvantage. I was like, he rolled a nat 20, but it was disadvantage. So, intern, Sharon, nope.
Solasta Evo. Veribe.
Okay, and now let's see if we can end this here. Perfect.
Not bad, eh?
So let's look at the bestiary here and see where we are. So the Badland Spider we know everything about. Brimstone Viper we're halfway through. Cult Fanatic, same thing. Deep Spider, we're getting there. So ghouls were almost done. So inflicts paralyzed by touch of a ghoul or ghast. Goblin cutthroat. Skirmisher, we know everything. Their stealth is high, but they have horrible wisdom saves. Okay, and this is what Lizzaria was. She was a necromancer. And we know everything. And you see, most undead are going to have horrible wisdom saves. The Sorakath. Again, they've got a minus to wisdom saves for the most part. The skirmisher and I think the warrior have +1. Okay, and here's zombies, and we are fully aware of zombies now. So you can see resistance to spells is not good. They have horrible dexterity as well. So if you're trying to AoE them, you're going to do very, very well against that because they can't avoid that with their low dexterity saves. But they're immune to poison, not necrotic, which is what I was kind of looking for. Okay, so Sharon, have her pick this up. Have Rudi loot everything else he can. Okay, and now let's go looking around a little bit. And you can see that's where we came in. Walked all the way around this place. And you'll know if this thing has glitched out because this cell and this cell will have 2 zombies in it each that are green. Okay? So you'll know if you need to reset this if you come in here and those zombies are locked in their cages and you can't open the doors and they're green. Like I say, I think that's how they were initially intended to be coded. Okay, and here is the button to open this door. And that's the way up to the next level. Okay. Let's go back here and loot this set, and we'll take our long rest. So, silk scarf, just something that you can sell. Animal figurines, same thing. And do I want to take the long rest? Oh yeah, I got plenty of supplies. You don't have to because the next room you're going to be solving a puzzle for most of it. Okay. Actually, just go here first, and we'll drop a quick save before we go up. And Sharon gets there so fast with her fly ability.
Nice little warm-up.
Okay, so we'll drop a quick save, and then we'll head up. Nope, we won't. Forgot to search these two things. And a velvet mask, again, just something you can sell. Okay, and make sure that the quest advances every time. Okay, so we're going to go into cautious mode. Actually, this isn't the floor for the puzzle, so it's good that we did take a long rest. Now in here we've got ghouls and ghasts. Okay. So there's a ghoul. Can I target it? I can't. I'm gonna move out. And I'm gonna start this off. Okay, it's not letting me. There it is. And you can see we have a ghast and 3 ghouls. Okay, and they know where we are.
I really thought I... Never mind.
That was the wrong corner to come around, buddy. Okay, there's the ghast. There is a spot in here where you can actually see through it. You can see through the wall. You can see through this little gap here. Okay, so there's only one spot that I can go where I can hit somebody, and I think this is probably out of range. So I'm just gonna move back here. And ready a cantrip. Okay, and Rudi is going to sit here. Okay, let's see if we can get some damage on the ghast. Ooh, a crit.
A fine stroke.
Okay, so now we're gonna move him back here. She can't see anybody either, so let's ready her cantrip.
I thought you said ferocious.
Okay. I think I'm gonna smite this just with my free spot.
Impressive.
Perfect. I'm not going to ready anything with him.
Arcana Evo. Malvis.
She's going to get an attack and then missed them both. Yeah, that would have readied. He would have landed a readied attack here. And if either one of if those would have hit, then his attack probably would have killed the ghoul, and I don't want it to. Nope, you're not going to ready to cast Guided Survival.
Solasta Divo. Veribe.
Arcana Evo. Malvis. A modest success.
Hopefully Rudi can end this. Alright though. Hold that nat one.
More coming your way.
Okay, there we go. Oh. Okay, so yeah, we did. We put it up. So he was checking against the ghast first. Okay. Okay, so now we should have an entry. I must not have checked the wolf. Yeah, on the ghast. Okay, we don't know anything else really about it yet, but we now are full up on the zombie and the ghoul. Where's... oh, there it is. Yep. So, again, paralyzed by the touch. Want to stay away from both of them. Okay, so Sharon is going to come up here with her fly ability. And come into this room. Actually, no, she's not. And we'll drop a quick save. And there's the one. That's why you drop that quick save. Try again, and there we go. So what it really gets you is a diamond for your enchanting. Now these windows here are targetable.
Solasta Evo. Malvis.
And when you do, it opens up sunlight, assuming that it is light outside. Okay, now it wasn't going to do a whole lot for us last time because the enemies were so weak.
Solasta,
But you're going to want to take advantage of this mechanic coming up in a little bit. So I needed to explain it to you so you know what it looked like. Okay, so here we're going to get into this area. And what I want to do... Yeah. What I want to do is go in this way. We're going to put everybody in cautious mode. Sharon can just fly up here. Some of my high strength characters can just climb right up the wall. Okay, and we're gonna get everybody set up here. We're going to move up carefully. Did they not spawn in? Let's go up here then and see if they spawn in. They might be triggered by me climbing up here. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, can't see anybody here. Let's head down here and see. There they go. Gonna say, I knew they spawned. We have a wraith now. Okay, we have a ghast, a ghoul, and a wraith. And we definitely want to focus the wraith. The wraith can levitate, or it can fly, so it has access to being up here with us, and we don't want to allow that. The ghoul and the ghast have to go up here, up the stairs, and around, which gives us time to whittle them down. And I'm going to switch to, we have corrosive arrows. Poison's not going to work. And then just the +1s. I'm going to save the +1s. Yeah, I think we're fine with this. So let me switch to my corrosive arrows here. And we'll start off an attack against the wraith. He's going to be resistant to the piercing damage. But not the acid damage. Okay, now that they know where he is, I'm going to move him back here. And I'm going to ready everybody for an attack here.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Viribe.
Perfect. So now let's try and get some damage on the ghast.
Arcana Encho Minure. Arcana Evo Malmis. Nice.
Oh, nice. 2d10s. She rolled a 10 and a 9. Love it. Change back to regular arrows for this.
Solasta Devo Veribe.
And we're going to move Rudi up here and ready his melee attack. And we'll get some more damage on him here with...
Arcana
Might kill him.
Malmis. Come on, you can do
Nope, missed
better.
one. If he makes it up to Rudi or not. Perfect. Nope, failed it. Failed it again. Yeah, I was really hoping to get the ghast up some more on that. But failed them both. The Wraith. Yeah, failed it too. So that's going to stay unknown creature for a while. Because I didn't pass any checks to find anything out about it. And I'm not going to find one or fight one of those for a while. Okay, ooh, some dragon rose. Nice. Okay, some leather armor. And we'll get Sharon to go up here. Okay, so Rudi can take the corrosive bolts. And we'll take the corrosive arrows. M should be able to get up here.
It seems effortless.
So again, we'll do a quick save. Perfect. Sharon will take the scroll. Okay. That should be everything here. So let's take a look at our inventory real quick, because I know I need to redistribute some stuff. Putting all of the scrolls down on Sharon for now. Oops, we need to take this potion and put it on my bard. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna put everything down there for now. We're gonna be bringing some stuff down. Can read, get some crafting. Okay, we'll deal with that here in a second. Okay, so now we have 6 scrolls of Revivify, so we're going to split these. Okay, so should be 2 here. 1 here. 1 here. And the remaining 2 here. Let's read this recipe. Okay. And she has 2 scrolls of Raised Dead. Okay, so we need to get up here into this area. Okay, and going to save. Okay, and Sharon can fly over here. Okay, good. And this door is going to trigger something. So you want to be very careful when you're walking around here. That's why I saved before I came over here. Because if all of your party ends up in that box, they're going to trigger something that you probably don't want to trigger without some preparation. Okay. So now we're going to take M down here. Need some more arrows. Okay, now there's going to be an ambush here, so I'm going to drop a quick save. I'm going to move slowly here. Okay, so now they've spawned in. We've got 3 ghouls and a ghast here. We've got another ghoul and another ghast here. And because I'm so sneaky, I can make it all the way back here. And I'm gonna drag them with me. I think that's far enough that they can't reach me. But I might as well be standing in here when I do it. And I missed. I missed again. Oh no, I hit. Okay. So let's drag them back.
Even the dead could hear you.
Okay, so we've got one here. Might as well get rid of him. Missed. Oh no, I hit. Alright.
Nice move.
And let's get some damage on the ghast. Okay, we will ready cantrip for that ghast as he comes around the corner. And let's
My fault.
ready a melee attack in the sun. Don't think I can target anybody. We're gonna pass. Well, nah, we might as well. I'm gonna take a long rest after this. And he moved one spot farther, which set him up for that. Perfect. Okay, so we saved against the stench of the ghast here, and that's where we're going to focus.
Take
Nice
that.
hit. Gonna have to roll high. And I missed.
Oh, bad luck.
Okay, so we'll do one more round without it. So get rid of the ghast if we can.
Even the dead could hear you. Solasta, evil, malice.
Good. Okay, now it's just the ghouls. Rolled low. Let's see if we can kill this one. 5 hit points. Needs to roll decent.
Did we not say
And missed.
silent?
See if anybody gets paralyzed. Okay, so we got hit. Failed his con save. Missed. Missed.
Die.
Okay, that's a big hit. See if we can end him here. Oh boy. M, come on, man.
You'll die.
Monk
anyway.
not OP, M.
Solasta, evil, malice.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Missed as well. Rolled a 4. Might as well. Alright. I shouldn't have done that. Yep, I shouldn't have done that. Forgot about getting his knowledge up. Okay, we have another crafting manual here. Leather armor of survival. And a whole bunch more crafting manuals. Manual breastplate of deflection. Ghouls caress poison. And the poisoned arrow, and there should be a poisoned bolt. Yep. Okay, and then there's one more thing up here. Okay, with another healing remedy. Okay, and that should be it. We just have that door there, but we're going to go back and take our long rest, so... You do not want to go into this fight short on any action economy. It's not fun at all. And the initiative order is going to determine if things are going to go badly or not. You definitely want it to be in the morning as well when you go in. So let's go and look here. Yeah, we need to identify a couple of potions. This should be one of the giant strengths. Fire giant. Could be superior healing, I think. Yes. Okay, and let's make our way back over to that door.
Clearly, you have trained well. That was something.
Okay. Now, we're going to drop a save here. And we're going to take a 3-minute break and get everybody a chance before this fight here to grab something to drink. I'm going to give my voice a rest and grab some water, and I will be right back. Alright, and we're back. So, inside this room, we're going to have an encounter with Aksha. Now, we've heard about her from Lizzaria. Aksha is a defiler, which is basically a vampire. Aksha also is the first enemy that we're going to encounter that has legendary actions, which means she can take a limited number of actions per turn, 3 of them per turn, or per round, to be precise, and she can use those at the end of any of our characters' turns. Now, what she will attempt to do is she will attempt to heal herself. She will attempt to damage us, or possibly damage her own allies, and absorb their health. That can make this fight really, really bad. Okay? So, being able to stop her healing is critical to getting this fight to go well. That is why we have 2 people with the Chilling Touch cantrip, my Bard and my Warlock. If they roll ahead of her in the turn order, then hopefully they can get that cast, and she will become chilled, and then none of her attacks throughout that entire round, including her legendary actions, will be able to heal herself. She may be able to still damage us with her legendary actions, but she won't be able to heal herself. If we don't do that, or if she rolls ahead of us in the initiative order, things can get really sporty. We're going to have to focus every ounce of damage dealing that we have on her specifically to be able to outpace her healing that she's going to do. So to help combat that a little bit, we're going to cast the light cantrip here on my mace. Okay. She's light sensitive, hypersensitive, so if she's caught in light, in sunlight, it will damage her, and also prevent her from healing. And then, before we go in, Sharon is going to cast Guided Insight on herself.
Solasta, Devo, Veribe.
Because we want to do this fight this encounter a certain way. And we'll save over the top of that one. And now let's go in here. As soon as we get in here, the door's going to open.
Well, Lizzaria's taste in minions seems to be improving.
We're no one's minions, lady.
You defeated her then? I'm almost impressed.
And she failed the insight check. So, we want to convince her to let us pass. Okay? I think it's something like 1400 XP if you fight her. It's 1600 XP if you convince her to let you go. However, once we convince her to let her go, we can also trigger the fight with her and get the fight XP as well. That is not the case with either Lizzaria or Mardracht, the master of the tower here. If you convince them to let you go, you cannot fight them. Very similar to Talbot the Grey outside. This one, however, is different. This is the one that's unique about it, so we want to try and persuade her here.
We ask a simple boon, an audience with Master Mardracht, and safe passage out of the castle. We believe your master knows about a powerful ancient artifact. We need his knowledge.
Your puny minds couldn't comprehend what he once knew. Now it's a good day if he even knows who I am.
What do you mean?
You'll see. He sealed his apartments off with powerful magic. Keeps raving about gods coming to get him. The minor gate is the only way in.
Minor gate?
Yes, over there.
Okay, and that was 1600 XP, and you can see that we now have enough for a level up. So let's go do that. I know, Em. You need to get yourself sorted out here, man. Okay, so let's do a level up for Rudi. Now, we're at Warlock 3. We're going to take Warlock 4, and that's because it's going to get us a feat. And this feat is going to be very important. Whoops. I didn't want to do that. Oh, yes, that's right. I want to say Warlock. That's right. I want to do it here. I want to take a bonus feat. And that bonus feat, as always, is Alert. Okay? We absolutely want to take Alert. Okay? Gonna gain us a +5 to initiative. We can't be surprised. And other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of not being perceived by you. Thanks, Em. I appreciate it. So for the cantrips here, I'm going to take Sunlit Blade. It's not probably going to come into... Well, I probably should take Chill Touch just to be... on the safe side here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take Sunlit Blade. Okay. Does radiant damage, which again is very, very useful against vampire types, but hopefully I don't need it. For the spell here, I'm going to get rid of Hellish Rebuke. And shield is verbal and somatic, so I can't use it as a reaction. All of these are going to be verbal and somatic. And I don't have a free hand because I'm using a shield. So... I think I'll probably... take Armor of Agathis. Now, here, my monk is the one that has the darkness that we need to use, so I'm not going to do anything else here with him. Shatter is really nice. Always is 3d8 in a 10 or a 2 block radius, so really nice to do. But I think I'm just going to take hold person as a fallback. So my spell preparations, Divine Favor, we'll cast this before we go in. It lasts for 1 minute. Because that additional radiant damage is going to be nice. Okay, so let's look at our Bard. So Bard now, Bard 3, Warlock 2. So at a Warlock 3, we are going to get our Hexblade here. However, what we're going to be missing out on is a feat. So I really, really want Hexblade right now, but I'm going to make a shift to go back to Bard here so I can get the alert feat and try and get her rolled initiative in front of Aksha, because my Bard is one of the 2 characters that has Chilling Touch. Okay, so I'm also going to cast or take the light cantrip here. I don't need to unlearn anything. I'm going to get access to level 2 spells. So heat metal is always really good. It's anybody that's wearing metallic armor that armor is going to be heated up. They're going to have disadvantage to attack rolls and ability checks, and will receive further fire damage as you go. That ability to impose disadvantage on somebody is always good. Remember, we fight in darkness though as well. So our disadvantage is being imposed there for the most part. However, Aksha is immune to darkness, and you'll see why here in a second when we get into that fight. Silence can be useful depending upon when you are in the initiative order, especially when you are dealing with legendary actions where they move themselves into a location, take their turn, and then you go after them, cast silence on that location where they're at, and then for the rest of the turn, all of their legendary actions are halted if they're spell-based, because they're not moving anymore. All they're doing is trying to cast spells and they can't. So this can also help further limit the effects of legendary actions. The enemies tend to just run out of it on their turn though. So you have to constantly be refreshing it and that sort of stuff. For the rest of these, there's not a whole lot here that is really good for us. Shatter, like I say, is always something good. Silence is concentration, but I'm going to take it here just for this fight, and I'll probably get rid of it later. So for a monk, you stay pure monk. And now we get key empowered strikes. So now my strikes, my unarmed strikes, are magical, which is really nice because Aksha has resistance to non-magical damage. We also get Shadow Step. While entirely within dim light or darkness, you can use a bonus action to teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see that is also in dim light or darkness. You then have advantage on the next melee attack you make before the end of the turn. It gives you Shadow Veil, when you pop up. So again, you're going to see that come into play here. And then Sharon. So for here, we already have our alert feat, so we're going to go back to Sorcerer so that we can gain our meta magic. Okay. So this is going to gain us a couple of options here for our spells. Now, Twin Spell, we definitely want to do. Twin Spell allows us, if the source spell targets one creature only, this adds another target. So we can now throw multiple cantrip attacks at different enemies if we would like. The other thing is Quicken Spell, to allow us to cast a spell as a bonus action. It says, though you can't cast another spell during the same turn, except for cantrips. So we can cast a spell with Quicken Spell as our bonus action, and then use our main action to cast Eldritch Blast. So Quicken Spell for a Warlock is one of those no-brainers that you take. We're not going to unlearn anything. For our class spells here, there are a few things that can become really nice for us. Now, we're wearing armor. We're wearing light armor here, so mage armor isn't going to be good for us. But Tasha's Caustic Brew does a kind of like Lightning Bolt does out in front of you. And then they are covered in acid afterward, and they take acid damage at the start of each turn, but they get a dexterity save to negate it. Okay, so it can throw in continuous damage over time. Caustic Zap is an upgraded version of Dazzled. You can't take reactions, and it has a -2 armor class penalty, plus doing additional damage is what it does. Like I say, it's just an upgraded version of Dazzle, the cantrip here. Ice Knife is good with the damage. It's 1d10 piercing damage, and then it explodes, and everybody within 5 feet of it is going to make a dex save or take 2d6 cold damage. So it's nice on the damage side. Not something that I normally want to focus on. The thing that I'm going to actually take here is Shield. As a reaction for her, she doesn't use her reaction for a whole lot. So getting Shield on her as a reaction is going to be useful for her. Ray of Sickness is good for things that are not immune to poison damage, and most undead are immune to poison damage, so I'm not going to take it. So out of all of these that I have here, Earth Tremor can be very useful against enemies that don't fly. You can throw this up in the air. It's going to knock people prone and do 1d6 damage. So can be useful, and it can also target enemies that are up in the air, like I said. I'm going to take Tasha's Caustic Brew here instead. And yeah, we're fine on our spells. Okay, and it is morning. So let's head back to Aksha. Okay, because Aksha is green. She's not going to be attacking us. The Brood of Blood and the Brood of Dread are also green. So we can move around all we want up here. We're going to take advantage of that. Okay, we're going to open up some sunlight here. We're going to take M down here in front of the armor stand. And for everybody else, we're going to kind of reposition ourselves a little bit. Now, again, a lot of this determines on what Aksha does here and where she rolls in her initiative order. So I want to leave Rudi out here. Okay, I don't want him over here in the sunlight. And we'll see if that works out to my advantage or not once we get into this fight. So now Rudi's going to cast the light cantrip on his weapon.
Let there be light.
Going to cast the light cantrip on her weapon. Okay, and now we're going to drop a save. And let's get into this fight. And we're going to get into it by having M loot this armor stand.
You must think I was born yesterday.
Okay, so Aksha rolled poorly, which is really good for us. Okay, so for Rudi, I don't want to propagate this fight down here. I would prefer to propagate this fight up there. Aksha right now is sunlight. She's hypersensitive to sunlight, so she's wounded by it. So if she stays in this location, she's going to take sunlight damage when she starts. And we're going to see if we can take advantage of that. And one miss. She failed her con save. Okay, she used legendary resistance against stunning strike. So she passed it, but she's now crippled and off balance. So the next attack against her gets advantage. Now, from here, I'm going to move up. With Blessing of the Raven Queen. So there's her first legendary action, and she cast Darkness on Rudi, which is great. Everybody passed their saving throw against slow, which is also great. She normally starts out by trying to cast Darkness. Now, for us, that's not a big deal, but what it also does is it blocks sunlight. I would prefer to be fighting in sunlight if I can. I'm going to give up the disadvantage, or the giving them disadvantage on their attacks to be fighting in sunlight. So now with Sharon, let's move her over here and see if she can get chill touch. So yeah, I'm gonna move her up here so she can see Aksha here. We're going to cast Malediction on her. Okay, and now we're going to cast Chill Touch. Perfect. She's now chilled. So she is not going to be able to heal with any of her legendary actions. Okay. For my bard, now that she's getting seriously hurt, let's just try and stack more of that hurt, I think.
Well struck.
So she attacked her own brood there to try and steal health, but she cannot receive any healing. Okay, so crucial that happened. So with Rudi, I think I'm just going to move Rudi back here and have him prep and have him ready a melee attack. And let's see what Aksha does. She went up right next to Rudi. That should trigger it. Oh, and he missed. Okay, so again, you saw it, cannot heal. And see, their attacks in sunlight have disadvantage. So Aksha's here. That opportunity attack would have disadvantage. Yep. They're gonna take damage on the next turn as well, because they're starting in sunlight. So I think I'm gonna move over here, take the attack of opportunity. Okay, good. Okay, I'm not really... Oh, I guess I am blinded by her darkness for some reason. That's weird. Okay. So let's get as much damage on her as we can. Oh, she's not actually up here. She's bugged out. She's down below. Okay, so she used... Oh, she rolled against Stunning Strike. Her legendary resistance was used. So she rolled an 18, though.
Wait till the next one.
And missed. Cannot heal. Okay, and I think it's time just to get rid of her. No, actually, let's not do that. Because I've got disadvantage on this, and this is not because of the darkness. She's kind of half in and half out of the ground here. She's glitched. Oh no, this is because I've got a ranged enemy nearby. Let's take the attack of opportunity here. Yes.
Try again.
And I missed. But since it's a cantrip, I can cast it again. And I rolled a 1. Oh, come on.
Another miss?
Do not let her get out of this round. He failed his con save, so he's drained. You need to hit here. Oh my.
Another miss?
You're absolutely killing me, Smalls. Oh, jeez.
Well struck.
Can we please just kill her?
No.
What is this? She passed her constitution save. Oh, wow. This is incredible. It's incredible. I rolled double 3s. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. I can't even count how many attacks that's probably 9 attacks that I have missed here. Now here's her legendary action. She's going to heal up again. Yep. There it is.
You've endured worse.
This is absolutely nuts. No. Okay, so she's chilled again. Now, come on. You guys cannot be serious here.
Come on, you can do better.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Bravo! Victory is yours.
Wow. That was an impressively bad series of attack rolls.
Lucky? Perhaps.
An impressively bad series of attack rolls. Okay, so he's now stunned.
Take that.
I didn't want to do that.
Touche.
Yep. So another 1,350 XP for that fight, and he failed both of his survival checks. God, what is it with these rolls? This is insane. Okay, so now we get an opportunity to loot this place. Okay, and here we have splendid half-plate armor. We're gonna have my bard take that. Okay, and that's half plate plus 1. So let's take a look. Half plate is medium armor. It is not heavy armor. But it does allow a dex bonus of up to 2, and we have a dex bonus of 2 here. So that's going to take him up to a 20 armor class. There's a setting M in here. Trying to remember where it is in here. There's a setting where you can set it to do what Baldur's Gate 3 does, where you can get, it will avoid constant missing. I choose not to do that. Like I say, I'm a tabletop nerd. Bad rolls are part of it. They are incredibly frustrating, and you're going to hear me talk about them a lot, but it is what it is. So we get access now to a crafting recipe for the Doomblade Rapier and the Doomblade Greatsword. We're going to learn about those a little bit later. Okay, and here we have Aksha's journal. So something that's wanted by a bunch of people, and there's a Doom Gem. This is what's required to craft the rapier or greatsword. You need a primed rapier or a primed greatsword, obviously, to do it, but we have the major component to be able to do it. This potion's unidentified, but if I have her loot it all, it should identify it. Because we already have one in our inventory. So I don't need to cast the ritual there. And here we have a primed hand axe and a sapphire. Okay. And that's all the looting in here. Now Rudi is drained. Okay. Which means he has reduced hit points until a long rest is completed. So let's go do that. Oh, can I not? Oh, because the door's not open yet. The door closes behind you. So you want to make sure that all your people are in this room before you start the fight. Otherwise, you're going to have to deal with the door here as well. Okay, and we have plenty of rations to be able to do this, and we don't have to worry about getting home. So that's why I'm not being shy with my long rests here. Okay, and we should now have everything looted in here. We do. Okay. Now, in here, let's drop a save so that we're not...
So, this is the minor gate?
And we're sure it goes where the defiler woman said it goes.
Did you see any other way to get there?
So, we're just going to trust her? We've heard how paranoid this master is. So, are we going?
Why don't you go first? If it's somewhere nice, you can come back and tell us.
Okay, so in here, there's somewhere... We've already been up here, but this is the way to get to it. Would be going up here. But let's go ahead and head into the minor gate.
Ugh. Oh, teleporting feels weird.
I wonder what this Mardracht is like.
If he fought at the Rift, imagine what stories he can tell.
Dropping in unannounced on a paranoid recluse with untold magical powers. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, and now we're in a puzzle room. Okay, and this entire level here is a puzzle that we need to sort out. There's going to be a lot of traps that we have to deal with and all that sort of stuff. But one thing that we can do here is we have an infinite number of usages of Shadow Step. And that's incredibly useful here because Shadow Step is basically like Misty Step. And it allows us to get places that the game otherwise wouldn't expect us to get to. Okay, so then we're going to drop a quick save, disarm this trap.
Done and done.
Okay. Drop another quick save. Okay, here we have a Crystal of Winter, and we have the Frostburn Dagger and the Frostburn Longsword. Again, the Crystal of Winter is needed to craft it, so we're going to be crafting the Longsword version here.
I think this slab has triggered something.
And what she triggered was by walking over this thing. We're not interested in it yet. We'll look at it here in a minute. Again, drop a quick save.
Piece of junk.
Okay, no visible lock.
I heard some kind of mechanism.
Okay, so now you can see what these runes on the ground do. This one's not that important for us because we can go around this side. Okay. And we have these runes on the wall. Now again, not something that we're going to be interested in yet.
There's a trap.
Okay, no visible lock. And we have the Adventurer's Journal, Scroll of Raised Dead, and some gold. So let's move me up here. And he got caught in a trap. And that Adventurer's Journal is a very important piece of the puzzle here. Aksha told me if we wanted to meet the Master, we should find the stairs and then follow a specific path. Once we find the stairs, we need to go down, go up, right, up, down. Okay, so this is the order in which we need to do things. And these correspond to these icons on the wall here. Okay.
Damn, a trap.
Okay, now this door here. Not going to be able to get in.
I think this slab has triggered something.
Okay. And now when we walk in here, we can interact with these boxes. Okay, and that's going to open up another way to get in here, because we don't want to leave somebody out here constantly pressing that thing down. Sharon can just fly over the wall. Everybody else can now crawl through here.
Necessary.
4 slabs for the 4 of us.
Okay, and there's your hint about what you need to do. And she can't be flying. Okay, and now we have activated, or we need to activate those icons in order. Okay, so I think I can reactivate her demonic wings. Okay, so let's go activate the stairs, which is the first one. As soon as you get all in, get highlights, and you can interact with it. As soon as you do, it's going to bring up an icon here in the middle, and you're going to get teleported somewhere. Okay, every time you interact with one of those, you're going to get teleported somewhere. Okay, now we have a rune up here.
That looks weird.
It's similar to some magical wards I've seen, but
Don't touch it. Don't go near it. Don't even look at it.
it hasn't done anything yet.
It doesn't work? I wonder.
Don't. Just don't.
Perhaps he made a spelling mistake.
I hate you.
Oh, the puns. Okay, we're going to take it anyway.
It lost its mana, that's all.
Okay, and the depleted rune is actually a faction item. Okay, we're going to hold on to it for a little bit, though. Oh, I didn't save before that.
You don't mind being on your knees, do you?
But I don't have to get in there. Okay, so she passed it. And in here, we're going to start a fight against a Spectral Avenger. Okay. Now, we don't know anything about the Spectral Avenger yet, so let's just go ahead and start throwing as much damage as we can here. And look at all that damage. Armor class is now up to 20.
Solasta evil.
Jeez.
sure.
What is that? I rolled a 1 and a 2. I mean, seriously, this is getting comical at this point. And a 3. Yeah, I mean, why not? Just it roll a 1, then we roll a 2. Might as well roll a 3. I mean, sure. Can we roll a 4? Can we do that? Oh, another 1.
I won't miss next time.
Oh, a hit. A palpable hit. It's so stupid.
No quarter given. Yeah.
Solasta Divo Veribe.
Next time, I swear.
Good.
Jeez. How many 1s, 2s, and 3s were in that encounter as well? Okay, so we're gonna have my bard take that and that. We're gonna have him see if he can take these arrows. He can. And I'll take the adventurer's notes. Because M should have been able to identify those as arrows +1. He did. And I should have been able to identify that potion, which I did. And we'd already known about scale mail +1. That's what I'm wearing right now. But nobody else can wear medium armor, so we'll just end up selling it. So we did pick up... Let's read the Frostburn Dagger and the Frostburn Longsword. Crafting. Okay. So, last night we finally found the stairs. I think she's holding back because they're not real stairs, just some kind of symbol. Okay. Followed the sign and it seems to work. We're getting closer to the main stair. Today we found new symbols and wait, I don't think we're alone in the maze. So, the other adventurer here now died. And...
I heard some kind of mechanism.
M can go through this very well hidden little location here. Okay, so potion of greater healing, herbalism kit, some arrows. He's not going to be able to take any of those.
Kneel now, rise later.
Okay, and now remember the adventurer's journal. Okay, we need to look for down next. And there it is. Okay, so that activates down, and we're going to get teleported. And now we're back here in this main spot where we were a little bit ago. So, the adventurer's journal, we need to look for up, and then right. Okay, well there's up.
Kind of mechanism.
And again, we are back here in this room.
Looks like you did that all your life.
And we need to look for right. And now we can see where right is. Okay, and again teleports us back down into this main room. Okay, so let's consult the adventurer's journal again. We need to look for up and down. Okay, well we know where up is. We've already seen it once before. We've already seen this room before, and then we need down. And there it is.
Undignified, but necessary. I think this one has triggered something.
Okay, and that's going to teleport us back down here again. Okay. So, looking around, we've cleared out everything in this area here. But you can see where we're trying to get to. Okay, so let's move in here. Yeah, I know, you wanted to go there and you couldn't.
Kneel now, rise later.
Okay, and we'll drop a save here. Okay, and we got teleported into a new spot. And we're going to get ready to pause this. Actually, no. We don't need the +1 arrows for this. Okay, now they're going to be resistant to this attack, but it's going to start us off. Oh, the Enforcer was not resistant to that. That's weird. Okay, well, we'll take it. Not gonna argue with it. And we're gonna ready a melee attack here. See if we can get a kill here. Perfect. Exactly the amount of hit points we needed. That's a miss. This is gonna hurt. Or he's gonna miss. Okay, so let's see if we can take out the Enforcer here.
Wait till the next one.
Perfect, because they are vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. Come on, give me a high roll here. Almost. Oh, wow. Rudi. Rudi, come on, man.
I trained hard for
Perfect.
this.
Solasta, Evo,
You have them now.
Okay, go get him.
A good kill, let's say.
So there we go. So increase knowledge on both of them. So the Skeleton Enforcer is complete. Vulnerabilities are what's important for us. Yeah, this is a shame. We're going to be getting 2 of them are going to come back, but I would have preferred to have some information about the Defiler, because we're going to be meeting one more later on. And I would have preferred to have some information about him now. Okay, so some scale mail, a gold locket, which you can just sell. And we have these mirrors. And we'll drop a save, quick save. Okay. Okay, scroll of detect good and evil. And then I think I need him to do this. We're going to come up the stairs. And now if I go cautious mode, I'm going to drop a quick save. Okay, and I passed it. Because back here, there's a white standing in the corner. And I can give us all access to this upper area by knocking this box down. Okay. Okay, now this door, I think...
I heard some kind of mechanism.
No. Let's go over here, see if we have any traps. And that will open that door and give us access to all the way back around here. So if we were looking to, if we had left some stuff or there were some unexplored rooms or something back here, that would be able to get us access to this whole back area now. I think it's that, but... Yep. We'll take M up here and we'll jump down here, and I think this is what opens that. Yes. Okay. And now we have access to these stairs. Now this room here, you do not want to interact with yet. So we're going to head back up here. And deal with this white. Him with his 20 armor class, we'll put him up front. And we'll have Rudi start it. Or over M started. So he rolled horribly in initiative. The only reason he's first is because he had the surprise attack. So we'll get an Eldritch Blast here. Some good damage. I'm gonna ready a melee attack and have Sharon cast survival. Okay, so if Rudi lands his attack here, oh, he's just gonna sit there. Hey, okay. I'm willing to let him commit suicide. And we got some. Yep, identified the unknown creature as a white. Okay, don't know anything about it yet. This is also what Adam the 12th was. He was a white. Okay, so some crafting ingredients. And another recipe for the Brimstone Fang poisoned arrows. And that's, we've already been. Okay, so now we're gonna make our way up here to this door. Now this isn't the door that I think it is. I don't believe. But I'm gonna drop a save here and we'll go up and interact with the door. Okay, and now we're gonna have another couple of whites and a skeletal sorcerer. Now we want to focus the skeletal sorcerer here. Oh, there's a crit.
the way.
Okay. So we'll move Rudi up here. Or M up here, sorry. I can't see him. Between the two Eldritch Blasts, we should get a kill. Now he shielded himself. Okay, that used his reaction. Oh, and I missed one.
That must have hurt.
Okay. What's he gonna cast? I missed. Okay. With it was Rave Enfeeblement? Yeah, Rave Enfeeblement. It's dashing from all the way over here. Oh, jeez. Here? That was life drain.
Well done.
Okay, let's lay some good damage here while we have vulnerability to it. Come on, give me a kill here. Okay. We absolutely need to kill that sorcerer.
Fortune is fickle.
Okay, perfect. We have archers back here. We do.
Solasta, evil.
Well struck.
You're still in the fight.
Went with a ranged attack? Really? Okay.
You'll die like the rest.
Whites are not vulnerable to bludgeoning damage like skeletons are. Okay, I'm going to take the attack of opportunity here.
Hold firm. You've endured worse.
See if we can get rid of this other archer. Perfect. Let's... cast this. Because we're going to be ending this fight here pretty quick.
Have them now.
Like I said. What is with these ranged attacks? So let's get flanking going here. Okay, and we did gain some more knowledge here about the white and the sorcerer. Okay, and just a bunch of regular stuff. Even the quarterstaff is regular stuff. Okay. And now we have one more door to go to here. We are definitely not going to go through that door, though. For the last thing that we're going to do today, we're going to take Sharon up here with Fly. Knock that down so everyone can get up here. Now we have access to take a long rest. And you definitely want to take a long rest before you go into this fight too. This fight is the final fight in the Dark Castle. And we are not going to do it today. We are going to leave y'all on a cliffhanger today. But we will move ourselves back toward the location. Okay, and this gets us a good stopping point for the day. What we're going to do next week is we're going to pop through this door, and we're going to have, again, another fight, the final fight against Mardracht. Now, you can have a conversation with him and skip it, but you do not want to. One of the best items in any D&D game, whether it be tabletop or computer, is contingent upon you having a fight with him. And we are absolutely going to take that fight to him. So, but we'll do that next week. So, as always, thank you all for being here. All of my channel subscribers and members, thank you very, very much for the support, because as I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jorval saying until next time, fare thee well.